Back to work again. Good to see you guys. What's going on, everyone? It's Kaomi. I actually have some questions for you guys, if you don't mind. Um, Coming up with any suggestions for, like, where to look for people who can actually draw, like, you know, who are really good at drawing, like, anime characters and all that shit. Cause I'm gonna need to hire a few people like that. Really need to hire a few people who can actually draw, I guess. It's up to you if you would like to do this for me to get paid for it or for free. But it's up to you. The choice is yours. Um, but I need people who can draw, like, uh, characters and shit, because I need to hire people like that to do that for me, to help me out with my book, if that's possible. Because, yeah, I'm not really great at drawing, so I'm gonna need to, like, whoever can draw, I need to ask you if you can um, design some characters for me for my book, if that would be okay, and all that stuff. Yeah, I know. So I'm really not that good at drawing either. That's why I need people who can actually draw, like, characters for, like, my book, because I'm writing a book called The Layzen Effect, and I need, like, concept art for my book for those characters I'm trying to make. So I totally agree with the people in the comments right now. Like, I just need somebody. If there's anyone, if you know someone or whatever, it doesn't matter. I just need somebody. Like, I'm really trying to, like, put out, like, videos to request people that can help or who are willing to help. But yeah, like, without further ado, my book is called The Lies and Effect, and it's about a princess ninja in training to be able to stop this bad guy from hurting anyone else. So, that would be, like, all I can give. I don't want to spoil anything, but yes, like, if you willing to ask this person if they would be able to draw for me, then that's great. By all means, thank you. That's good. I just need someone. Doesn't matter who. As you can see, like, I'm currently working on my book right now. As you can see, I can see I'm working on my book right now. It's very important that I just have people who can actually help as far as, like, designs go. Cause, like, in my book, I have three main characters that I need specific concept art designs for. I have my primary main character, Kaomi. I decided to name her after me because it to be a little different and unique. Um, and the second main character is a guy named Ian, I think. And the third main character is a guy named Nagi, Nigi. So, yeah, I need, like, people to help me out. Oh, that's so. I'm sorry to hear that. That's crazy. Um, yeah, so I'm requesting people to, like, really, like, help me out, or whatever. To, like, anyone. It doesn't matter which one. You can just tag somebody in this live video or something. Fuck. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you could tag anybody in this live video and say that I'm requesting, like, artists. No, 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 no. It's not Naruto. It might take some elements or like some inspirations from it, but it's not Naruto. I promise you, it's not. Um, cause you have to understand that that's great. That's great. That's great. Anything. I just need some concept art for my three main characters, Kaomi, Nagi, and Ian, in my book. Like I said, my book is the Laysan effect, and that anything you can draw on, that's fine. And thank you to all the people in these comments that are willing to help. And oh wow, sorry to hear that. If there's any other software that's not corrupted, then I guess you can do that. I guess, um, you know. But yeah, I'm not trying to spoil anything from the book, but I did kind of like shit. I'm not trying to spoil anything from the book, but I did kind of like flip the screen over so you can see that I'm currently working on it right now. And let's see if I could get some more people in the live to ask them if they could help or not or whatnot. But yeah, I definitely need people who are willing to like help me out. Okay, okay, that's cool, and do what you need to do. See, like I have like this thing that's kind of like a sticky note thing that's kind of like a little window for your right, exactly. But on my computer there's this little thing where you could actually like cover your webcam so people don't try to hack it. I'll show you exactly what it is. It's that little window thing right there. You see, go open and close it. Maybe you could get something like that for it, or something for your laptop or something. And if you like really could like help me out, like get like as much people as you can and ask them, hey, my friend is looking to hire some artists to draw like, characters for her book novel, that would be great. um yeah, so um as a matter of fact, I'm actually on page 46 of the book right now. So um I feel like, as far as like my work takes inspiration from a lot of things. For those who don't really know, it's not necessarily like, okay, that's cool. It's not necessarily like whatever, but like to those of you who are wondering, yes, my book takes inspiration from like a lot of things, and it really is like inspired by a lot of things, although I don't know specific people personally that have inspired me to do this work. But I feel like, um, as far as my book, it has similarities to stuff, but it still maintains that originality, which is important. Very, very huge, important thing. But as far as anything else goes, I really, really appreciate all the people who are in these comments, like actually like trying to help or give suggestions or whatever. Oh wow, thanks.
Hello.
Hey, how good is your friend with drawing?
100% good. He can color. He can do anime versions. He can do a lot of kinds of stuff.
I really need someone who can help me out though, because like I really am interested, and like it's up to them if they want to do this for me for free or if they want me to pay them for this. But I really need
Hmm.
people to do like freaking like a concept art for my characters for me. Now don't get me wrong, my
Hmm.
book novel, it takes um inspiration from certain things that I love
Hmm.
to watch and like stuff, don't get me wrong, but it still maintains that originality that makes it completely different, to kind of like
Right.
avoid people trying to like, oh, you're a copycat, and because that's not the case. I don't want people to get that
Yeah, I had the
idea,
same
but you
problem.
know what I'm saying. It does have those similarities that will make you think, oh wait, this is supposed to be this, but it's very different. So people don't have a reason to say that. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm. Hmm.
I need people to like kind of like give me concept art for my three main characters. My three main characters is a girl named Kaomi. That's the first main character, and
Is it the May is
Kaomi.
from?
No, Kaomi is basically my second nickname, but since it's my book, I decided to name her after me. She
Okay.
she's supposed to be like the student of what
Hmm.
you're about to say, but because you would have that vibe when reading the book. You would have that vibe.
Hmm.
Oh, she's supposed to be her student, her apprentice in training, blah blah blah. And the second main character is a guy named Ian, by a completely different nationality or whatever, because like the name
Hmm.
Ian is obviously a very common name, especially in like certain like TV shows and anime and whatever. So I decided to go with
Hmm.
something simple. The second main character is Ian. He's different. He got his own different hairstyle. He got his own different powers and stuff. And he fights with a
Hmm.
freaking sword and a freaking gun. So this is a completely different Ian compared to what anybody might think, okay? And the last guy is basically a guy named Nagi, Niga,
Hmm.
like Nigi, okay, Nagi. If you don't know, yes, that's also a very common Japanese name, but it's a
Yeah.
different Nagi compared to what you might think of. Don't get me wrong, like those two boy characters are
Hmm.
inspired by what you said in the comments before, but like it's again, it's gonna have a completely different or take. It's gonna have a completely
Hmm.
different, where it's like not necessarily like
Hmm.
patronize, borderline. You know what I'm saying? It's
Hmm.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm like. It's not like it's not gonna be no borderline patronizing thing just to clear the air. But like
Hmm.
definitely, it does take like inspirations. Now I will say
Hmm.
I use that a lot of heavily inspiration from this movie that I
Hmm.
used to love as a child, called Three by Three Eyes. It's a very classic anime. I took a lot of inspiration from
I've
that.
heard about that.
Yeah, but it's again, it still maintains that originality where it's not borderline patronizing
Hmm.
and shit. So I really want
Hmm.
people to kind of understand that and not just like
Hmm.
just just assume anything, you know. So the name of my
Hmm.
book is The Layzen Effect. So that's the name of my book, and I'm on page 46 right now as we speak, and I'm like basically like trying to like have like a little bit of conflict right now with like the
Hmm.
characters, because like the there was a guy by the name of Saito, again a completely different Saito, who actually likes Kaomi, but due to whatever may have happened, like he basically was a villain for a little bit,
Hmm.
trying to help like this bad guy who was
Hmm.
targeting her, trying but after a
Hmm.
while, whatever happened, I guess like something happened where he's like that whole villain turned hero cliche, but in a total
Hmm.
different kind of take on it. And
Hmm.
now he's basically on her side now, and he's basically
Hmm.
trying to take her to his mansion. Obviously, this guy's fucking rich,
Hmm.
so he's trying to, so they could discuss their plans and whatever, to kind of like
Hmm.
how they're gonna stop the bad guy and stuff who's after
Hmm.
her. But that's all I'm gonna say. I can't really spoil anything, but like that's where I'm at right now, and I'm just working on that right
Hmm.
now. But as far as like artist goes, like that's what I've just like been dying to like and have like people just like
Mhm.
design like my envisions of what my characters would
Mhm.
look like in the book. And I have one concept art that somebody else did for me. The outfit she designed for me is good, but as far as like everything else, it's just like
Mhm.
she did kind of like a half-ass job. She just kind of left the hair the same
Mhm.
color, which is like what I like, but it's whatever,
Mhm.
you know. I just
Mhm.
need like, first of all, like Kaomi is a ninja. She's a princess ninja, so she's not on any ordinary ninja, like what you would
Mhm.
see. And yes, she does do like a lot of hand signs, like how Naruto does hand signs.
Mhm.
But her different
Mhm.
take on that doing the hand signs is that when she's done doing the hand
Mhm.
signs, she puts her
Yep.
hands into like a heart shape, and then that's when she does her
Okay.
powers. You know,
Yeah, I did see that one.
yeah, so like she does do the hand signs like every ninja and every anime
Mhm.
does hand signs, but she, when
Mhm.
she's about to complete her hand signs before summoning her powers, she puts her hands
Mhm.
into a heart and then she does her freaking powers and shit. So
Mhm.
literally, I wanted somebody to actually like help me like draw like a concept art for her in this secondary outfit I have her envisioned. And the
Mhm.
secondary outfit is gonna have like hearts like on her tiara and on her sword and like literally on her clothes and on her
Mhm.
shoes, literally
Mhm.
everywhere. So those hearts are supposed to signify like, just
Mhm.
ninja sign, heart shape, boom, summon my
Mhm.
powers. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I feel like that would be really cool if I could literally have somebody like draw my visions for how I want her to look.
Whenever I have my new computer, I might be getting the same one as I have, but it has 1 TB hard drive. Windows Edge, Windows 10. Um, I might be drawing that by like not by the. They do have like a like stylus and a pad thing you can draw on it, and it comes up to your screen. I'm thinking about getting one of those.
Right.
And I did made a some kind of a statue looking like actual realistic. I can then make it into a 3D version. I can make it into 2D, 8-bit, anything in visual.
Right. See, that's what I'm saying. I actually recorded like a video like a year ago explaining like my ideas for like the concept art. Like I even
Mm-hmm.
I was playing Dead or Alive to kind of like pinpoint like
Mm-hmm.
what I wanted and like okay, if you could design something like this similar but still original,
Mm-hmm.
then that would be great.
Mm-hmm.
Just change up a few stuff. I don't care, it's like similar but still original, and that would be great.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody actually did, but like they just, I wish they would have changed the hair color, but that's a different story, that's another story. But
Mm-hmm.
whatever, I just feel like Kaomi, I really feel like in my book she's really gonna surpass her master. I really feel like
Mm-hmm.
it because she's really, you as you're reading you can tell like wow, this is
Mm-hmm.
definitely her student, and you know who I'm talking about. I don't have to
Mm-hmm.
say her name, okay? Like
Right.
you can tell that Kaomi is definitely her apprentice, kind of like how in the
Does
game.
she have red hair?
No, like yeah, like but Kaomi has black hair, actually like my hair, as you can
Oh,
see.
okay.
you
There's
know
another Kyome has red hair, very very long.
yeah, like Kaomi has black hair but very very long, but after a while she's going to cut it. I don't know
Okay.
when, but yeah, after a while, through most of the book her hair is long, but after a while she's definitely going to cut it, like for like a sign of revenge. I don't know when I'm going to incorporate that in
Okay.
the book, but like yeah, after a while she's
Okay.
definitely going to cut her hair. Cuz like
Okay.
like I also implemented, stuff that I've gone
Mm-hmm.
through in the book
Mm-hmm.
to make her more like an anime version of me. Like this is how badass
Mm-hmm.
I would be if I was an anime character. You feel me? Like so
Mm-hmm.
I really felt like, incorporating some of that, you know what I'm saying? So I
Yep.
really really think it would be really cool to kind of like see like how, like basically
Mm-hmm.
Kaomi in my book is everything I want to be if I was a freaking
Mhm.
ninja, especially. Okay, like she's really cool. You know,
Mhm.
and she's my own main character. I designed her, and you know what I'm saying. Like basically,
Mhm.
but I'm what I mean by I designed her. Like I came up with the concept for her, and it's just like
Mhm.
she's so awesome that I'm actually jealous. Like okay, like she's just wonderful, and
Mhm.
if I could find a way to kind of pitch an idea to someone who go like, oh,
Mhm.
I should make her like a freaking DLC character for DOA, like and her
Mhm.
and a certain ninja
Mhm.
could have some interactions, and
Mhm.
like when their intro, their fighting intro could be like Kaomi would say Kasumi Sensei or something like that,
Mhm.
and then like when they defeat the enemy, I guess they could say whatever they're saying. If I could like pitch an
Mhm.
idea for like to make my book character a DLC in that game, that
Mhm.
would be cool. You know, I have so many ideas. I feel like I just
Mhm.
feel like to make my book character a DLC in DOA, that would be really cool.
Mhm.
That's just like another
And
idea
what
if I could,
um mhm.
Mhm.
What kind of book what kind of the characters do you like? Kayome and what's the others?
No, no. That Kaomi is the character from my book. Kasumi is the character
Okay,
from
you made
DOA.
the different one. Okay.
But you can definitely feel the vibe that she
Mhm.
is like she's supposed to be the student of Kasumi. So definitely you're gonna like feel like some similarities there. But again, she's a completely
Mhm.
different character. She's not a fucking ripoff. Okay,
Mhm.
that's what I'm trying to say. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, and people who just don't get it, they probably might like, oh, that's not the case, and that's what I'm trying to like
Mhm.
separate. Yes, there are some similarities to some of these characters, but they're still different. They're
Mhm.
still original. They're their own. They have
Mhm.
their own shit. You know what I'm saying? They have their own
Mhm.
techniques. So yeah, they have their own dialogue and whatever. And what I'm trying to say
Mhm.
in Dead or Alive, if I had the idea to design my character from my book and put her in Dead or Alive
Mhm.
as a DLC, I think that would be like maybe like something I could do as a side business. And that's just like one of the many
Mhm.
ideas I have. You know, I don't know if
Mhm.
like for Dead or Alive, if my book character was a DLC. I feel like
Mhm.
I think as far as like the dialogue, when she was interact, she would kind of say like sensei, like kind of like how Elliot tells Genfu, I guess, like something
Mhm.
like that, but I feel like that's just like a scenario, like hypothetically, like
Mhm.
if I was to take out my character from my book and put her in DOA as like some DLC or
Mhm.
something, that's just like you know a idea
Mhm.
of one of the
Mhm.
things that I have in my head, like because I've been talking about it with a lot of people, like I just feel like if I
Mhm.
could take out my character from my book and put her in this game for a DLC, I wonder what kind
Mhm.
of dialogue she would have with Kasumi. Like I feel like that would be cool, you know.
Would you like the one like the um would you like the one with the God mode or just like just a normal as way as the Kayame is?
I think she would have like a normal way, but like
Okay.
she I think like I don't know, because she would be her student. I feel like her ninjutsu would be like again same thing as Kasumi's, but like in her own style, her own form on it,
Mhm.
her own take, you know.
Mhm.
Like I think I think it would be like called Kaomi style, like again like
Mhm.
her own version of that. Um, I'm just saying that if I were to take my character from my book and put her in this game, I feel like yeah, she
Mhm.
would have like a similar mood set to Kasumi, but in her own take on it,
Mhm.
her own style of it, her own form of it.
Mhm.
Like you see this in anime all the time. Like because a freaking apprentice is studying the art of their teacher, like let's say, like what I'm saying, like for example, here's a good example what I mean by that. Like Kenshin from Yoroni Kenshin. He has his own little style of the same fighting style that his teacher taught him.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like,
Yes.
exactly. So that's what I mean. That's what I mean. For Kaomi, it will be like the same concept. She would have like her own style, her own form of,
Mm-hmm.
the fighting style that
Mm-hmm.
she would teach her. I'm saying she because I don't want to make it
Mm-hmm.
too blatantly obvious who the similarities was going to be of. That's why. But you know
Mm-hmm.
who I'm talking about.
Yep.
Yeah. Since Kaomi is her student, I feel like it would be like Kaomi style, you know, Mugen Tension or some shit like that. I don't know. I think
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking, because that's literally like I take inspiration from things. I don't want people to feel like, nah, that's not it at all. But,
Mm-hmm.
people just believe what they want. But yes, I don't know these people personally, but I definitely would kind of like shout them out, disclaimer
Mm-hmm.
thing in my book, because obviously I have to do that, to let them know, hey, don't get the wrong idea. That's not, no.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the thing that that's what I'm trying to say. And then when I call my publisher, I'm gonna see if she can
Mm-hmm.
help me kind of like figure out what to say, you know, as far as that.
Mm-hmm.
You get the idea what I'm trying to say, right? I know I'm kind
Yep.
of
Yep.
like,
Yep.
I don't know, I don't feel like I'm explaining it correctly, but you know where I'm going with this. Um,
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, it's similar to every freaking thing I love to watch and play as a child, but it still maintains
Mm-hmm.
that originality that makes it different, that makes it something new. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you
Yep.
you
Yep.
one can just be easy about it and say it's a fan fiction, but like to be
Mm-hmm.
honest, like, you know that's for I would have
Yep.
to agree that yeah, it probably is, but like that's just like a easy way of trying to like dismiss it as
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But I feel like my book has potential, and I just want to
Mm-hmm.
separate my book character from the actual character in that game. But I feel like, a lot of people might
Mm-hmm.
see the similarities and think, that,
Mm-hmm.
she's a ripoff of her anyway, but she's not. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She shares similar traits, but she's her own different, original, unique character. And that's where my book comes in. See, like, there's the storyline for my book, like I said, and this is the only part that I'm gonna say in case you don't know what my book is about. My book is about a princess ninja in training, and somebody is targeting her, right? So when she's on her way to pay respects to a close friend of hers that's unfortunately
Mm-hmm.
passed and deceased, um somebody
Mm-hmm.
stabs her from behind 100 times, and she's literally bleeding out. She's literally fading in and out of consciousness. Then she's literally
Right.
lying on the floor near death, and then this fucking demonic spirit possesses her, like literally to kind of like save her life when she's on the brink of losing it. So
Wow.
literally,
Just a
yeah.
friend of mine too. He has demons with him, and I mean in real life. And one time he got shot in the chest once in the real life. And he got shot by a freaking whatever that kid is. He had a 1911 pistol.
Hmm.
Shot him in the chest, and his mom had to do is just get a like a prior thing and pulled a bullet out of his chest, and
Wow.
he's still breathing and everything. He's a very tough kid, and his muscles are complete thick.
Wow.
He was born with it, and there's nothing can damage him. I punched him in the gut multiple times, didn't even hurt him.
Wow.
Not a thing.
Wow.
And the one time he did cut his whole arm, and just like actually on video, and it's not even edited video, was on live, like you are on live,
Yeah.
and his arm started closing up itself.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
Right. Wow.
And he has that friend that he used to go in high school with her.
Hmm.
Well, she died
Wow.
because he accidentally shot her
Wow.
by accident.
Wow.
So now he's staying in his soul, and his soul and her soul are together
Oh,
in one
wow.
piece.
Wow.
So now he's never gonna be dead. Trust me, he will live forever.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah,
But yeah,
and the
that's the
mentality.
thing. That's the thing. the demon that possessed Kaomi in my book is literally the incarnation of another powerful
Mhm.
female demon. And
Right.
on top of that, her father and her clan, which is the Lazen clan, her father in that clan is literally half demon. So it's like the demon
Mhm.
generics from her dad and literally the freaking demon that possessed her,
Yep.
that is the
Yep.
incarnation of another demon. It's just like that
Right.
together
Right. Right.
combined is what made Kaomi's demon like pretty OP as fuck, like when she awakens her demon. But because of her being, pretty OP as fuck, when Kaomi
Mhm.
awakens that demon inside of her, it kind of takes a toll on her body, causing her to faint before she actually reverts back to normal, literally.
Mhm.
Um, Now, like I said, to just clear things up, I don't want nobody get it twisted because some people in this lifetime is a little slow. Okay,
Mhm.
she's not a copycat. She's not a riff off. This is not
Right.
blatant
Right.
plagiarism. Okay,
Mhm.
and I've said that in my previous video before. In case you didn't get that part, they must be living underneath a rock. But yes, this is not
Mhm.
borderline plagiarism. Okay, yes, you might see some similarities to this character from your favorite video game character, but it's totally
Mhm.
different. It's a totally different character. She's nothing like them. You might see some similarities, but
Mhm.
you will see that originality still intact. Okay, just to clear those things up, because I don't want people, oh, she should be sued. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? I don't want, no, I'm not having that.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
but yes, that's my whole thing. Like, so let me tell you something. To be honest,
Mhm.
I really wouldn't even get mad if people just brush the shit off as a fan fiction, because it is to a certain degree, but it's not at
Mhm.
the same time. You understand?
Mhm.
It's like on literally both ends of the spectrum. Like one
Mhm.
half of it, yeah. It's just like, what if, Kasumi had a student, you know?
Right.
But like on the other side, it's just like, telling her story through a third
Right.
person perspective. Third person meaning that
Right.
you have like the freaking shit narrating the whole thing like how you would see in a fucking movie.
Mhm.
And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm writing in a third person, you know. And as you can see, like there's that the guy that I mentioned, Saito, he's literally like a high school friend of Kaomi's, literally. Okay, he liked
Mhm.
her, but she has her own love interest, right? So like it was
Mhm.
kind of like
Mhm.
a big shock to her
Right.
that he, was joining forces with the freaking guy who's trying to kill her,
Right.
basically the antagonist. It shocked her.
Mhm.
It really was a huge shock to her to see, Saito, join the antagonist
Mhm.
side. And little do we know that the antagonist is literally his dad.
Mhm.
So it's like, so like I said, I'm not trying to spoil anything of my book, but I'm just trying to,
Mhm.
bits and pieces to, give you an idea of how awesome my book is going to be when I finish writing it.
Mhm.
Because, like I said, now I'm currently on page 46 and I'm currently writing it right now. I'm not sure if you